up, gang? What is up with my squad? T-gang in this thing. What's poppin' with y'all? What's up, T-gang? Welcome back to my channel. So today, your girl will be doing a reaction to the deadly war in Camden. Active gangs versus 51st Street. Y'all, my bad if I just read that like I couldn't read. I looked at this freaking new light that I got just a couple minutes, and I looked at it again. I looked at this new light that I just got, and my eyes is still a little bad, and that was like literally 5 minutes ago. That's what I'm about to be reacting to. I just did a reaction to SJ, youngest in charge. So smash the like button, comment something you want to see below. Comment some more. I feel like I'm starting to get a lot more London videos. Leave some more comments to some more videos, and subscribe, click the bell, join the gang. If you're new, then definitely subscribe because we're going nowhere but up. Follow me on my social medias. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is Tania's World. Follow me on my TikTok. It's Tania's World. I will be doing TikToks, even though I feel a little off today. Your girl got y'all back. Okay. Somebody left this, left me to react to this. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Somebody left this video underneath one of my videos to react to, and I had already saved it, but we're gonna get to this reaction. I feel like I heard about this title before. Like the title of this video, I feel like I heard about it before, but I don't remember anything with the video, so yeah. But we're gonna get to it because I don't remember.
Two men have been stabbed to death in two separate attacks in Kentish Town in North London last night. The body of the first victim, believed to be in his late teens, was found a couple of hours before police discovered the second victim, who's thought to be in his 20s.
Camden, the heart of fashion and culture in London, with some of the most expensive house prices and biggest tourist attractions in England.
Oh, wait a minute. Ain't this the same? I think this the same dude from, yep. I recognize the voice.
From the outside in, looks like the perfect place to live. But that's what the government wants to show you. Once we go deeper into the lower income estates of the borough, you start to see a different story. A story of the country's most deprived estates in London being separated from roads of millionaires literally by one street. And how these estates have created a deadly gang war which has taken over the borough in recent years. But before I get into the video, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications. Let's get into the video.
Okay, so I know I told you I cannot remember what video game that was in the UK, but it was Watch Dogs. His intro makes me feel like I'm about to play Watch Dogs. I don't like Watch Dogs in the UK. I like it in the Bay Area.
In northwest London, and is very, very close to the centre of London. But despite the area being so close to the rich centre of the capital, in the last few years, the war in the area has been going crazy. So historically, unlike neighbouring areas like Islington and Brent, Camden's beef situation hasn't been as active as others. But this all changed around 2016, when a man from Camden called Merce had his watch stolen from another man from another area in Camden. After this, there was some back and forths, which resulted in a big rivalry in the borough, literally between groups of kids that grew up together. One side being gangs built up from a few estates in Camden, which were the Peckwater gang from the Peckwater estate, the QC gang, which were from a road in Camden called Queen's Crescent, and Cumbo, which is a gang made up from an estate called Regent's Park in Cumberland Market. They linked up together and called themselves 51st, due to their postcodes being in NW1 and NW5, which is where the 5 and the 1 come from. And from the other side of the feud, we have a gang called Active Gang, where some people may know from their songs, and they're from the Ager Grove estate in Camden. And Active Gang are affiliated with another gang called CT1 and NRB, which they all linked up and called themselves 71st. And just like that, the war was now on between 51st and 71st over this watch being stolen. So Camden is actually home to a big Somali community, with a big portion of them residing in Ager.
Oh, that is really crazy. He said Somalian. I think it was like a month ago. I don't think it was 2 months ago. Somebody left underneath my video. They asked me was I Somalian, and I had no idea what that was. And my brother had to explain it to me because I was like, I had no idea. I thought they was trying to say Samoan. Not trying to disrespect any Somalian, but I thought that that's what they was trying to say. It's kind of funny he just said that, but I still have no idea, to be honest, what a Somalian looked like. But they said I have Somalian features, so I did think about doing the ancestry.com, so maybe I might have it in me. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do it. Ancestry.com, figure this stuff out, because I from what I know, I am straight black.
Which is the territory of the 71st gang. Such a big community that the majority of 71st members are actually Somalian. And if you watch one of my previous videos on Mali Street, Somalian people are people you don't want to be messing with, which you'll understand more in this video. And this beef was on go from early. In In 2017, 2 members of the AG gang, which represent 71st, executed a triple shooting on 3 51st members. 2 of the members ran to a nearby hospital, but while hospital staff was treating the 2 members, they also called police to the hospital to investigate the situation. Once the 2 realised the police was called, they didn't even care about the treatment anymore, and attempted to run out of the hospital while still having bullet wounds lodged in them. But the police ended up detaining them and arresting them after a struggle between the both. The reason they wanted to run was because all 3 members are actually wanted for suspicion of grievous bodily harm, which all 3 were eventually arrested for. Now, of course, 51st weren't happy about this triple shooting, and they were trying to get it back in blood. So they were lurking on the Gxng estate and shot a rival in the face with a shotgun. The rival actually managed to survive and make his own way back to the hospital. But this beef,
you did not do this in the last video. Maybe he did. I don't know. I can't remember, honestly. He said get it back in blood. He just used my freaking term. I use get it back in blood.
Linked to both of the gangs. So on February 2017, a 16-year-old girl had an Airbnb party in Kensington, West London. You know those type of parties where a girl invites 7 different types of gangs and asks people to leave their beef at home? Yeah, one of those. So at this party, there were people from all over London there, but a few uninvited guests tried to pull up to the party. One of these people being a boy from 51st called Dotty and his friend, who pulled up to the party with a gun and knife looking for trouble. But the night turned left for Dotty and his friend, and ended up with Dotty being chased down by 20 young boys. And when the boys caught up to him, they stabbed him 13 times altogether, which actually resulted in Dotty dying.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now I'm not saying to jump people is cool, but if you was gonna send a gang of dudes to go handle that situation, what in the world is 20 people? It's only like probably 5 people that's gonna be able to get to him. Then everybody else is probably, I don't know. I don't even know why I was about to say something, but to freaking get stabbed 13 times, that's crazy.
4 16-year-old boys from Hackney and Tottenham were sentenced and convicted for. So 51st were mad about the situation, obviously, that their member Dotty was just stabbed to death. So they were out trying to get revenge. So they went out for revenge in a stolen BMW and travelled all the way from Camden, northwest London, to Hackney in East London, and then to Tottenham in North London, because that's where the people who killed Dotty were from. But they ended up finding no one from both areas, but they weren't trying to go home without spilling some blood first. So 51st went all the way back to Camden to look for 71st members, and found an affiliate member of 71st called AK, and killed him. But they weren't done there. They were riding for a whole nother 2 hours looking for more 71st.
Wait a minute, what was that boy name that I liked the name? Wasn't it A1 from the 9? I think it was A1 from, oh, wait, never mind. I don't think that's the same person.
Another 71st member called Mitch's little brother. Mitch's little brother attempted to run into a cab and begged the driver to drive him to safety, but the driver refused to move, and he was dragged out of the cab and stabbed to death by 51st members. All within 2 hours of their first murder they committed that night, and 6 members were sentenced to life for these murders. Then on September 4th, 2017, a member from 51st called Flips, and the older brother of the second boy who died that night called Mitch, bumped into each other on Hampstead Road in Camden, and started getting into a little altercation, which ended with Flips stabbing Mitch in his arm, neck, and back, leaving the knife lodged into Mitch's bones and murdering him. An undercover policeman just happened to witness this whole situation and ran down Flips and arrested him. And now Flips is serving 17 years to life for this murder. After this, the beef in Camden went under some serious investigation by police, and members from all sides started to get taken down for conspiracies, firearms and drug charges. And the beef started to die down a bit. But then 2019 hit, and quite a lot of the members that were locked up started to come out. And taking in consideration that 51st members, just before everyone started going to prison and killed 3 71st members, 71st members started coming out of prison on some demon time, and were most definitely looking for revenge with no warnings. The first signs that 71st was really back was on a cold Tuesday in February. 1 AM in the morning, a 51st member called Gxng was walking past the Sainsbury's in Camden when a 4x4 crashed into him, and several 71st members jumped out on him like a pack of wolves, stabbing him repeatedly in his head and body, leaving him literally paralysed and not being able to walk. But that wasn't enough for 71st members. They wanted someone dead for their friends. So on April 1st, 2019, a suspected member of 51st called C. Miz and his cousin were walking down Grafton Road in Gosport Oak, Camden, when 4 71st members jumped out a stolen black car and started chasing them. C. Miz and his cousin split up, but unfortunately the men who jumped out the car locked onto C. Miz, and C. Miz ended up dropping to the ground when the 71st members started to stab him repeatedly with machetes and then run from the scene. After this murder, 71st members made a song called Congo, and the reason why they called it Congo is because C. Miz was actually a refugee from Congo after him and his family fled the war from over there. And members repeatedly in their songs say that they get their weed from Congo, not Cali, pretty much just trying to say that they're smoking on C. Miz. And as I said before, the majority of these 71st members are Somalian. So after all this, there was news going about in Camden that 51st members were out on the alert, and any Somalian they see, they're killing.
heard some really strong intelligence that there is going to be revenge for Calvin's killing, and his friends have literally said they are going to go out and kill any Somali in retaliation. So I just want to make that really clear. This is from a young Somali woman in Camden who's 24 years old, and basically we strongly suspect they're going to go out tonight and kill a Somali.
Which is probably a bit of a stretch. But on the other hand, 71st members kept saying that they're warring with Jalils, which is basically the Somalian word for West African people. Because you have to remember, despite Somalians being dark-skinned and African, a lot of Somalians don't really see themselves the same as other black people. So this was kind of turned into a race war between Somalian and black people in Camden.
Oh, so, okay. Now I might have to do a video on Somalians, because I had no idea that they was black. To keep it 100% honest with y'all, most people think I mixed with either Asian or Mexican. So I didn't think Somalian was black. There was a hairstyle that I had got before, and a dude asked me, was I Samoan? So that could be another reason why I thought that the person that was asking me was I Somalian was saying, am I Samoan? That is kind of crazy, because you would think that the nice schools that I went to would teach us all this stuff. They didn't teach us this stuff, so now I'm freaking learning the stuff as I'm freaking reacting to videos, which is kind of messed up, because I can't even sit here and be like, oh, I already know that. I'm freaking learning. Well, that's a good thing I'm learning as I go, because I got y'all to come at me in the comments, or help me in the comments, because I do have people that help me.
Wrong for so many reasons. But 71st weren't happy enough with the killing of C. Miz. They wanted to spill more blood. So August 12, 2019, 6 members started circling the states of 51st members in a stolen Ford Fiesta and a stolen Sea. When they spotted 16-year-old culprit and other members coming out of a restaurant around 10:30 p.m. Culprit and other members ran to a nearby set of blocks near Houston Roads. But 71st members found them later on that night, and 3 members jumped out and chased them down, catching up to the 16-year-old 51st member called Culprit. Culprit was running for his life and literally screaming for help, banging on neighbors' doors to let him in so that he could escape his attackers. But when the 71st members caught up to him, 2 71st members held him, while a 3rd member repeatedly pushed a 1-foot-long zombie killer knife through his chest while it was coming out of his back. And when the 71st members were done, the killers were said to be running away after, laughing.
What in the world is wrong with people? I feel like the more I do all these crazy reactions, eventually somebody's gonna turn me into a meme for saying what is wrong with people. What in the world is wrong with people? Through his back though? Through his back? What did he do so bad to deserve that? But Jesus.
Directly, which is what bystanders said. And Culprit, he was just any normal kid from London. He was talented at football and even had trials for Southampton Football Club, but started getting involved in a local gang of cross-society football. And unfortunately became a victim of the streets. Now, as these back and forths normally go, 51st were now looking for revenge on their recent errors. And there were many stabbings across the month. And early on in September, there was a case of 3 killings in 5 days in Camden. One of these being a man from a completely different area all the way in East London. But unfortunately, he was walking at the wrong place at the wrong time. So he was actually walking on Queen's Crescent Estate, which is a hotspot for 51st members, and was shot and killed in a drive-by, being mistaken for a 51st member. Just an hour before, another woman was stabbed to death just a few hundred yards from the situation. And 4 days later, a 71st member called Nuts was stabbed to death by a gang of 51st members with machetes outside one of the busiest areas in London, Camden Tube Station. And for the longest, a lot of people didn't even know all this stuff was going on, until a 71st member called Suspect started jumping on the drill scene, calling himself the Camden Grim Reaper, and releasing some of the most disrespectful tunes towards his ops. So much that police take down pretty much any song that the gang uploads, which really started to bring some attention to what's happening down there, and definitely got the attention of me. Especially a song from Suspect called Dugout, which is probably one of the most disrespectful songs I've ever heard, and really makes you deep how tapped this whole beef is. In one of his lines, he says,
"Same place we used to play runouts, this same place his chest got dug out. Same place I was telling you play out, this same place I'm telling you come out."
Which really makes you think, damn, these guys were close friends at one time, and now they're trying to kill each other. All stemming from a little small altercation that happened a couple years back. But anyway guys, that's it for today's video, and peace out.
I'm still stuck on the fact that the freaking knife came through his back. How in the world do you push a knife through somebody's chest and it comes out? That poor boy. And then I'm still stuck on the freaking dudes chasing 20 dudes chasing one dude to stab him 13 times. I'm starting to notice all parts of the world, they get crazy in their own little way. If we was ever go to war with any other country, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a smart move, to be honest. Yeah, we got some crazy people. We got some crazy people. I've heard some crazy stories. We ain't nowhere near as crazy as other parts of the world. His videos don't be very, very long, but he be putting some crazy stuff to make you feel like you just sit and watch the whole hour-long video on some crazy stuff. Smash the like button, comment something you want to see below, and subscribe and click the bell and join the gang. If you're new, then definitely subscribe because we're going nowhere but up. Follow me on my social medias. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is Tania's World, and follow me on my TikTok, is Tania's World. I will be doing TikToks once I'm done doing these videos for you guys, so make sure you head over to TikTok. Until next time, remember, it's T gang or no gang. We out.